Blackstone presents The Case of Constance Kent by John Rhode. This book is read by Graham Scott. Foreword. In dealing with the case of Constance Kent, I have endeavoured to recapture the atmosphere of the period and place in which the Rhodes Hill murder was committed. With that purpose in view, I have investigated the circumstances on the spot, and have discussed the case in all its bearings with as many of those who still remember it as I have been able to discover. I have also relied very largely for my descriptions of events and for comment and criticism upon various features of the case, upon contemporary numbers of the Somerset and Wilts Journal then published at Frome. The journal, so far as the Rhodes Hill murder was concerned, was undoubtedly better informed than any of its contemporaries. It was owned, in the Liberal interest, by an influential group which possessed the confidence of nearly all the lawyers and magistrates engaged in the case. Convincing internal evidence exists that in many cases these men employed the columns of the journal for the purpose of revealing facts and expressing views which they desired to make public, but were unable to do so under their own names. It is also a remarkable fact that the journal never indulged in wild hypotheses, as did very nearly every other newspaper of the period. Even after the failure of Inspector Wiltshire to secure Constance Kent's conviction, when he was overwhelmed with a storm of recrimination and abuse, the journal continued to uphold his theory, and throughout subsequent investigations never swerved from its belief in Constance Kent's guilt. In dealing with the proceedings of the inquest, the various magisterial examinations, and the appearance of Constance Kent at the Wiltshire Assizes, I have abridged the very full reports contained in the newspapers of the time, published both in London and locally. Such extracts as I have given verbatim are the result of comparison of these with other sources. In the case of the amazing inquiry entered upon on his own account by Mr. Saunders, I have quoted only sufficient to show the general nature of the proceedings, and those passages in which any fresh facts were brought to light. The fullest account of the various examinations and inquiries that I have come across outside the files of the newspapers is contained in a book entitled The Great...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?